And now
Hello, everybody! Good evening to all, and welcome to another night of Jank experiments. Tonight words, please. Tonight we're redoing an experiment that wasn't done in this channel. It was done the Edge Case Collective Fuzzy Logic Special. That is Gordo106. Trysdyn, please explain to our audience what is Gordo106 again.
Well, yeah, this was on the Edge Case Collective channel during their little fuzzy logic variety marathon, so we didn't get to see it here. I'm actually glad to have it here on the proper JST channel. This is a platformer for the Atari Lynx starring a lab monkey who has escaped his cage and is now trying to cause a bunch of havoc and rescue all his animal friends. And eventually you reach the penthouse offices of the company and overthrow the CEO and defeat capitalism. It's great. Woo! It was also made by the some of the people who went and founded Blizzard North and eventually brought us Diablo. So, you know, there's some history here.
I guess they all had their experiments to make.
Yeah,
Wow.
This was like the first game that David Brevik and Eric and Max Schaefer worked together on, so this was a starting point for what eventually became some pretty big titles. But this one's a little jank.
Okay, and here with us, experiment on this is me, your host, Junei CBS, Temp.
I knew what this was. Why did I do this to myself?
It's not that bad.
We tell ourselves that so we can face the jank. We also have Karma Dragoness.
Dabs.
Please.
And LarkLilith.
Monkeys.
Hey.
Monkeys.
Okay. On the ECC we had Cleric, Cedric, Lenalia, and I forget now. Garby the Glitchers running this game. So it's entirely all new people. I hope if you are in the previous experiment and you are in the chat, you can provide more entertaining commentary. How did the future play this game back then? Alright, but I think it's enough talk. We're kinda late here, and it's time to start Diddy Kong Quest. Gordo106. Are we ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Overthrow capitalism.
Yeah.
Alright, let's start in 3, 2, 1, go! Oh wait, H or B to continue. Deep in the bowels of Inhuman Incorporated, trapped in cage 106, Gordo, a poor, brutally exploited lab monkey, lives a life of lonely misery until an experimental nuclear potion gives Gordo106 the cunning intellect he needs to free his friends and escape.
Yep.
That's not how
Just like
radiation.
flailing.
Yeah, so it's a pretty basic platformer. You have a jump button, you have a button to throw apples, and you run by double tapping. And you just kind of flail when you run. It's cute. Oh, and you can bonk your head on things.
It's
anytime
very...
you jump,
I bonked.
Yep. Anytime you jump and hit a solid like wall above you, you bonk and get stunned. Looks like Lark has found the basement. The basement is terrible. You never want to go to the basement.
That's not a basement. That's just a straight up dungeon.
That's hell.
I like
Doesn't
to
everyone
note
hate
that
dungeons?
I like to note that the dashing is actually very lenient when you press your the buttons. I can walk for a little bit, then press again and start running.
Yeah, I hadn't fully hashed out how it detects double tapping. I feel like it's not so much a double tap as much as it's if you let go of a direction and then press it again, which is very legally distinct from a double tap.
Yeah. I watched this at AGDQ, I think it was 2019, but it's been a while, so...
Has there been
to the
a...
document.
Oh, I found the basement too.
Oh,
Okay, I need to change
here
my...
we go again.
An amusing thing from the manual, which, you know, no one here has seen, but they describe the pits in the underground as just
Oh.
unfortunate to land in, and they use the term respectable monkeys stay above ground.
Good.
Can agree with. You can sometimes, when falling down a pit, land into a bonus area, but it's completely random, so...
Oh, that is a death. Okay.
And we can grab on light bulbs.
Yes, you can grab the lamps hanging from the ceiling. The grab detection is pretty funky, though.
Well, at least it's only the first grab detection, because the others are pretty simple to jump on. Also, why am I doing this? Why am I coming back to the beginning of the level? What is here? Oh, more animals for free.
So
do I have to free all the?
to...
Do I have to free all the animals on the stage, or just go to the end?
No, the animals give you nothing but points.
Okay. Has there been a speedrun 100% animals?
No. There is a speedrun of this, but it's any percent. I don't think there is a 100%. There is a... Oh, what was I going to say? Yeah, so the manual and the story play up rescuing the animals quite a bit, but it's actually not at all important.
This is the best clip art made game ever.
It's funny that you say that, because 10th Planet, the company that developed and published this, this is the only game they ever made, and the company started as
I'm not a respectable monkey!
Guess who's been listening to the D&D audiobooks? No, Diablo audiobook. This is the best run cycle I will say I've ever witnessed.
Yep.
This quality.
So when we had this in the Edge Case Marathon, what we discovered was that Garby managed to underflow her health. Oh! By the way, that's the instant death version of the dungeon.
Oh yeah, I remember that underflow. I wonder if we'll be able to replicate it here. Also, I wonder
Lark
if there's
just
anything
did.
there.
The one where you land in a dungeon scene is just a closed square, and there's just fire vents everywhere. Apparently there is a hidden way out of there. Someone found it.
Does restarting the game count as a hidden way out?
Maybe.
Danger cosmetic testing.
Oh.
I've been reading it wrong. I thought it was cosmic testing. That makes even more sense.
So where's the hitbox in these rising platforms? I keep missing it.
Those are background elements.
Oh, they're background. Okay.
I was about to jump on those. Oh
Wait.
fuck! I got cosmetic death.
June got processed.
I
Yeah,
think I just did too.
I'm pretty sure I just lost like 4 or 5 lives to that already.
So hopefully you all have bound the soft reset key on the Lynx, because when you game over, the game will soft lock. And the reason for that is the Lynx had a reset key on the face of the console, and you were just expected to be able to hit reset. So a lot of games, when they end or you game over, just soft lock and expect you to hit the reset button.
That is very Atari.
It's very jank. I like it.
That's what I said.
This whole system is such an odd thing. It was supposed to use cassette
Oh,
tapes.
okay. Nice hitbox.
Although it was the most left-handed friendly game console ever.
Yeah, you could hit 2 buttons and flip the whole thing around, and have the D-pad on the opposite side.
Cool.
I have to wonder how many lefties that would actually help, because they probably got used to playing the NES.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
True.
My first pitch.
Let me tell you, I'm left-handed. I would appreciate it. Because now I'm playing VR, and now I realize I have no idea how hands work.
That puts you in
And
very
I'm
good
dead.
company with like 75% of artists, so it's all good.
Oh, what? Oh, I wasn't touching that lava!
Ty goes to the lava, I'm sorry.
I am super out of lives, but I'm on 1-3.
Just imagine how much more worse off the world would be if they made this. I was like, I'm done with video games.
True.
Then again, we
Yeah,
may not have Activision and Blizzard.
As the story goes, they worked together at this company, they developed Gordo106, I think that's really all they did at the company. And then the three of them, David Brevik, Max Schaefer, and Eric Schaefer, ended up at Blizzard North, where they developed Diablo, and I think one of the other titles, was it Blackthorn maybe? I don't remember.
They made Blackthorn and Justice League.
Disrespectful
the
monkey.
fighting game on the Super Nintendo that's Justice League.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, and then from there, David Brevik ended up bouncing around between like Hellgate London and Mythos and a bunch of other stuff, and is now doing like indie things. I don't know where the Schaefer brothers went after that.
What? Okay, I
As
actually...
much money as they made anywhere they wanted to.
Pretty much. We actually, Big Bad Gameathon ended up, one of our staff members had some connections. I don't ask me how he did this, I don't know and he won't tell me, but he got all three of them to come in for an interview during a Gordo106 run. And I got to talk to David Brevik for a brief moment. It's like, you know,
Jealous.
yeah, that was an event. He's an extremely down-to-earth person.
I have a fun fact about their time developing Diablo.
Really?
David Schaefer's had a high school friend that was asking him to bum and use an office that they weren't using just for free. He would give him 10% of the product he was inventing. That would let you check your email, blah blah blah. It was an email server. And he said, no, I don't want 10% of your company, and I don't want 50% of your profits. That company was Hotmail.
Yeah, that's like the deal Lucas made on Star Wars, where he took a cut to upfront in exchange for larger royalties, and look how that turned out. It turned out well. This is the opposite of that.
Oh, right, I can't jump when I'm in the stop platform.
Well, made it back to 1-3 after a game over, so let's try this again.
I didn't really go over the HUD yet. I think it's a little self-explanatory at this point for the people playing it, but for the people at home, the very non-representational HUD, you have yellow boxes in the top left, red boxes in the top right, and then more red boxes down the left. The yellow boxes are your health. The red ones in the top right are your ammo. Like every time you press what is normally B, I think, you throw an apple. It takes from that ammo count. And the boxes on the left are your lives.
Large syringe scientist is a thing.
Yeah, that's the first boss. You don't actually have to defeat it. You can ignore it.
I think I will do so.
It's like, hey, here is a boss. You don't have to do anything because the game literally only checks if you reach the end of the
I
stage.
didn't see that from the other
That
side.
really reminds me of Hellgate London.
Yeah, you have a point. Hellgate London is just a linear path of zones, and as long as you get from one zone to the next, the game largely doesn't care what you do.
Either way, you will hate yourself. Much
I
like
finished
Gordo,
that game.
I'm so sorry.
I kind of liked it. I found the one build I enjoyed, and none others really worked for me.
The art was great.
Yo, this dog!
This whole
Oh.
game team really have a fun idea of art design.
Yeah, so 10th Planet was a, like, clip art company. They sold giant discs of, you know, hundreds of clip arts to use in Word documents. So, I can imagine this is kind of what they had on offer. Especially since if you look at the animations, a lot of the animations of enemies don't synchronize with each other. Like, the dogs seems to move at about 4 frames a second, and the hunter moves
Oh
at
no,
closer
the
to
bunny! It got a makeover. Wait, why do I get processed and the bunny gets a makeover? What do I have against monkeys?
Is that letter they're throwing actually a clipboard of an email? Because that's what it looks like from the time.
It's entirely possible. They're trying to defeat you with email.
I can't stand email.
Oh,
I mean, I can't either. I'm glad I'm finally in a position where I don't get any.
I used to have an @Garfield email address, and I miss it.
I'm in 2-2 right now, and this rocks. Like, this song here. It slaps.
Yeah, the music's good, here.
Yeah.
It doesn't stay good, but...
Overcompensate.
For
I
what
didn't get
kind
out of
Lynx
1-2,
game?
what's wrong with me?
1-2
This is a
is
good game.
a pretty big brick wall, honestly. At least it was.
Yeah.
Ah!
I'm
Oh, fuck.
So apparently this is a laboratory that is connected to a convention center, because immediately after escaping the lab of World 1, you're here during a Hunters convention. It's my theory that these aren't Hunters, these are Freemasons, because they all seem to be doing a bunch of ritualistic stuff.
I don't see any windows. Fun fact, no Mason Lodges have windows.
Okay, so I noted
No,
that
they
the
don't.
pitch levels, they are marked with H, a number. Does that mean that we're officially in hell?
What's that?
I noticed that the pitch levels, they are marked with the code, the level code H plus a number. Does that mean we're officially in hell?
Possibly.
Is Gordo hidden
No!
on the third level?
Wait, there wasn't a second scientist here before. What?
I died at the end.
That was very close. I would have given that to you, but I'm not the referee.
Whoever decided that you could put your head on the top of the level can bite me. I hate this.
I like how you can just stand underneath like a table or a ceiling and just like bonk. It is kind of funny, at least.
A little bit, yeah. I think I've done it worse. I've had people play one of those games.
At least you don't lose health by bonking your head like Indiana Jones on the Genesis.
Oh,
Oh.
why is there no such thing as a good Indiana Jones game?
That's not true. The OG Xbox had one.
Look, the Atari one was ambitious. That's close enough to good, okay?
Wasn't there an arcade game that was just basically Pitfall? That counts as good. Oh!
God, the hunters on the tables are like the worst.
Yeah, because their and your hitbox are very largely suggestions.
Oh, did anyone notice that you can name your apples up and down? What?
Oh, I did not.
Yeah. Go down and up and straight.
Unfortunately, I think the seated hunters throwing mugs up and down qualify as hazards and not enemies. So you can't defeat them.
Yeah. Oh jeez, I'm like out of health.
You made it though.
I am out of patience.
Oh, okay, that's just a chill thing to have laying around.
The danger box?
Yeah! The
The
occasional
danger
stabby box.
Yeah, that's instant death, by the way. Don't interact with that. I was trying to figure out what the use case for this is. What's it for?
Ugh.
Monkeys.
Oh, somehow I failed to realize that there is a cage. Oh, the cage count goes up. I thought it was count by level. But total amount of cages you opened.
Yeah.
I died on the exit sign.
No, I want to know how Garby did that and overflowed her health, because, what?
Garby, tell us your secrets.
She doesn't know.
Damn it! Those males are sniping me.
Well, I am disrespectful monkey again.
So I used to have a Lynx, and I actually had a game that was a fully polygonal game with full 3D movement and everything, at 5 FPS.
Is there anywhere to go in this one? Okay, I
I
can jump
largely
over
consider falling into the dungeon to be death. I don't know. The Lynx had some very interesting and ambitious titles on it, and I don't think any Lynx game made it past like a 3 out of 5 for me.
Yeah, there are a few decent games. Even the game was talking about Steel Talons, like, it's surprisingly playable for the bad frame rate. I think so. But,
the Gauntlet game for the Lynx is just... They tried to do a thing and it didn't work, but they tried, dang it.
Nothing to death! Fuck.
Well, I made it out of the dungeon. Now back to the start of 2-3.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing, is even if you make it out of the dungeon, you have to start the level you fell in over.
Hey there, Jeff! When are you going to have a game from you in here? We're waiting.
Don't ask for a Jeff game, you will get the hell.
I want that! I'm going to help many times already! I'm getting resistant. I'm getting health tolerance.
I'm sure there's a couple of things Jeff has found that is not just awful. Literally a couple, 2 of them. No, I love seeing what Jeff...
Alright.
I did like that was a weird Italian demolition game that was using Cusa Grande once. That was weird, but legitimately kind of fun in its own weird jank way.
Oh.
Okay, H4.
What?
This does not look like instant death! Oh, at least the fireballs are not instant death. Good.
No, just the lava flows are, and the standing lava. Molten lava.
The most often runoff from nuclear waste.
Shoutouts to the moose head in the background of the hunting lodge. That's the most lo-fi thing I've ever seen. It's just like 2 circles with antlers attached to it.
Oh, bonus.
Oh!
Congratulations.
Oh man! This game controls much worse than I thought. Oh my god. I
was
can't believe
exploring
it.
giving out the Lynx Billings head game for Cusa Grande, and then I discovered that it's not linear in any way, including time-wise. Like, it doesn't subscribe to linear time, so tracking that would be a nightmare.
Okay, so it means it's coming here.
No.
That was a no fun energy of fun yes.
Don't die, don't die. Ah! You make one panic jump, and then, like, your next 50 jumps become panic jumps.
Yes.
Two 3's music does not slap as much as 2's.
I miss Home Alone right now.
Okay, finally. I just have to not get processed. Also, I think there was a bitch here.
So as far as bad goes, this is probably one of the games that I've given out for Cusa Grande or had in Big Bad Game-a-thon or given out here that I'll like the most. I would probably call this a 2 out of 5 on the bad scale.
Wait, on the bad scale, does that mean that low is bad or low is good?
5 out of 5 is the worst game I've ever seen, and there's one game that has that distinction.
Okay.
What could possibly have that distinction?
It's an MSX game.
I can believe that.
I'll give it out next week.
Okay, don't sign up for any games next week.
I don't think I'll inflict that on anyone here. It's too bad.
Back to 1-1 I go.
Yeah, forced full game over is not the best thing in the world, but Lynx did that with practically everything because Lynx games are so, as a rule, so short.
I got out of the dungeon. Yes, but then I have to start one choice.
This has 6 worlds in it, and you can finish it in about 10 minutes if you're fast and good. Other Lynx games I can think of can all largely be finished in 10 to 20 minutes if, you know, the difficulty wasn't asinine, so they made the difficulty asinine. Oh, the other Lynx game. Yeah, I can't give that out because of the flashing. I gave that out once and Brosentia said I'm never allowed to give it out again, and he has a point.
Can you tell us its name then?
Kung Food has a constantly flashing health bar on, like, the right side of the screen.
Oh,
every
that
frame
beat 'em up.
alternates between red, green, and blue.
That is not
What?
good.
No, it's not.
Okay, I can.
I
get
mean,
back
it was
here.
there for a reason.
There's another bad Lynx game. Yeah, there's other bad Lynx games, that's for sure.
So the Lynx is just a 2600 and 8-bit. Games-wise.
Okay, made it back.
Short and brutal.
It's still largely, yeah.
It had some decent arcade ports.
Let's go.
Like, Rampart was
1-3.
really good, except for the fact that now every ship can drop invaders, which is a big problem.
The Lynx port of Pac-Man Adventure, like the arcade Pac-Man side-scroller, is god-awful. It's amazing.
I mean, there's not a lot to work
Bonus
with.
again.
That's good there.
I feel like Pac-Land is... That was a really interesting and influential and forward-thinking game at the time, but I don't think there's any version of that fun to play anymore.
No.
I like watching people being made to play it. I had that on my Genesis, and I spent so long trying to figure out, and I don't think I've played a Pac-Man game since.
That reminds me, I need to finish the weird puzzle PC Pac-Man reboot at some point.
I just fell through a table into the pit.
One step closer to the WWE. My god, she went through the table! Yeah, Kung Food is bad, and it's also nigh unplayable even without that. I had tried to get Bro to crop it so the health bar wasn't on screen, and just even without that, it's unplayable.
Yeah, I feel like even most like Lynx people, that has never had a good reputation.
Oh, I know
Can I
which
heal
one
you?
Garby's talking
Yes.
about now. No, I want to give that one out. The game Garby's talking about.
Oh
That one's bad, but it's enjoyably bad. I think it is, anyway.
no. Okay then.
I have a weird gauge for enjoyably bad, though. I tried to
mean,
get that in the Big Bad 10, and everyone else on the BBG staff just told me I was, you know, wrong.
Oh, I read for good Lynx games. I had a few mind
God.
of them. In Rampart
Oh.
fun, even if it's a really hard version of it. Had a decent version of California games, though it's if you didn't like another version, you're not gonna like that one. Steel Talons is interesting, though it's probably aged horrifically for most people.
Yeah, I imagine that plays today like Vortex plays now, just awful. It's like Vortex was groundbreaking when it came out, and now it's not.
And the other has Kicks, and I mean, it's a perfectly fine port of Kicks.
I love Kicks. I basically want to play every version of Kicks. I'm obsessed with it. The Game Boy Color version is amazing because of it tried to add a story to the game and then like translated it incredibly poorly. It's great.
I know what I've seen it. It is a treat.
So one prototype to try, which is not an at all finished game, but they're making a first-person shooter Alien vs. Predator game, and what exists of it was very promising. And it got canceled, of course.
Of course. How many levels are in this nightmare? The final stage is World 6, Level 3, so 18.
Oh, can't catch it up.
I've seen three
Oh,
of
I
them.
didn't realize this was grabbable. Actually, I didn't see that at all.
I'm at the point where, like, if I fall into the dungeon, I'm just yeeting myself into a pit.
Hitchboxes! The box hit you.
Oh wait, you can change the trajectory on the apple?
Yes.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Not much.
You can throw it up or downer. Like, a little bit up, a little bit down.
This game is a downer.
So I was having some trouble running, and I figured out why. You can't, if you like are facing left and then you double tap right, the first right turns you around, second right moves you, and it does not count it as running.
Yep. You have to start walking, then tap direction again.
Yeah, it's you would think it's a double tap, but it's not a double tap. It's you stop moving in a given direction and then tap again, which, like I had said before, is almost the same but legally distinct, and when it matters, it really matters.
Yeah, just different enough to mess you up.
Yeah.
Hey, now this was an early game. It's just that we have the mindset that double tap is wrong. Not the game's fault, right?
This is a game for the Lynx developed by a clip art company. What you expect is invalid, nothing is true, and everything is permissible. Like, that's the context you have to approach this game.
Terrifying.
People who made it, didn't do this, very often.
When Gordo takes his hat off, his head is just way too large.
Well,
it makes me think of the aliens and
He's a big brain monkey.
Mars
Yeah, he was
Attacks.
exposed to experimentation that increased his intellect. It's reasonable that maybe his head changed as a result.
So what you're saying is it's a radiation mutation.
Probably.
No, I think that was in the lore at the beginning of the
Yeah,
game.
that is in the lore.
Yeah, it was. I just want to see Gordo in the next Fallout game.
You sure have to match him, but never recognize him?
I will make a mod and name a random super mutant Gordo.
Oh no.
Well, I made it all the way up to 2-3,
As expected,
and then
I get
just,
damage
like,
here.
can't get back there.
Why are there zombies in the Hunters Convention?
I think they're doing a take on a Masonic ritual, where you are supposed to be led through the hall blindfolded before your indoctrination ceremony. I think that's what they're doing.
They're Russian hat dancing very poorly.
That could also be a possibility.
Or it's a clip art that was already on hand and it was talent compatible with the Lynx.
It's also possible. We may be overthinking it.
I swear, I've seen in the science levels that after one piece the background that's
Social
smiling.
distancing
I'm like-
conga line.
I used to have a program on Windows 95 that had stationary, and I swear that background is the same texture. Looping tile set.
It's entirely possible. I would not be surprised if a large number of graphics in this were just borrowed clip art from the other business unit in this company.
So when is someone in JST going to make a game out of clip art from the 90s?
I may know
Because we
someone
can find
who
that?
did
We
that
can
in
probably
the
find
90s.
that.
When are we gonna play it?
When someone convinces Xandra to come on.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so the finale of Cuso Grande, one of them anyway, last season, I believe. One of the games was a game that one of the GMs made when they were a teenager, and they dusted it off, updated the code, and just gave it out in Cuso Grande, and it was amazing.
That was really good.
That was really good, yeah.
That was an amazing watch.
Yeah, she's on a few now, and they've all been great.
Wow. This is integrated.
No, I will say this unironically. If
Quantum
you
Blade 2.
find a click and play or a Corel or something, or not Corel, a click and play or a game maker or something game that you made as a kid and it's jank, I will put it on for you. I love that stuff.
Oh god, I gotta look for it now. Fun fact.
Anything.
The person who taught me how to use Game Maker Studio was Maddie, who went to making Jumper, and then they went on to make Celeste.
Ooh.
That's right.
Okay, I'm going to take a guess
and
here.
I am. I failed.
I'm going to take a guess here and say that when I throw in an apple, my hitbox is extending. I'm getting hit by stuff that I shouldn't be hit by.
Yeah,
you are
I
reaching
believe
your
your
arm out.
hitbox is a square around your entire sprite, including your arms when throwing and your tail when moving.
Well, I didn't get hit on the tail, but definitely on the arm.
Yeah.
So far.
But like, if you look at the various animation frames, and if you imagine your hitbox is a full square that encompasses every pixel of your sprite, it's big, especially when you're standing still.
There we go, back to 2-1.
Just
I'm
go
tempted
on
to
ahead!
drop a save state.
Right into the pitch!
Yeah, I think I will, just in case, because it would be more interesting to actually make some progress here.
Get enough content together to do a show of just like games the community members made when they were kids.
It began RPG when I was like 12, and like it was an MMO. It was some really long acronym for like a DOS RPG Maker thing that someone made, like MM something RPGC or something. But I never got to it, sadly.
If you manage to complete anything that is not a shmup, you have my admiration.
OHR RPG CE, that was it. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, crap! I shouldn't have grabbed that.
I still have screenshots of the Jumper maps I made and released as a kid. Maybe I can remake them.
I wonder if we can get some Beyond games. I don't even know if Beyond runs anymore.
Well, I mean, if Beyond is still what runs, was it Space Station 13?
That's true.
God.
People still make games with OHR RPG CE. Okay, that's kind of awesome.
That's kind of horrifying and kind of awesome, yeah.
Have I been past 1-2 yet?
1-2 is rude.
Yeah, 1-2 is super rude.
I keep thinking it's floor, but it's just a really long pit.
I mean, Space Station 13 doesn't even really exist at this point now that, what's it called is a thing. Among Us.
For Space Station 13, and then 5,000 variants.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, then you go to certain space stations, you're like, I don't want to live anymore.
I also unironically love RPG Maker games. There's some really good ones that just get dismissed because they're RPG Maker. Like
Absolutely.
Exit Fate is really good, but no one wants to play Exit Fate because they see RPG Maker and just go no.
Legends of the
Well, are you talking about RPGs made in RPG Maker? Because I know of some RPG Maker stuff that is not an RPG.
But there's also that, Yumi Nikki qualifies, I believe.
Yeah, I think after you play Yume Nick, you're like, okay, you can do interesting things in this and should just dismiss it. But
Wasn't To the Moon an RPG Maker game?
I don't know.
I think it might have been. I think Undertale started off as that, but moved to Game Maker, but became more flexible.
That was a good call. I mean, Corpse Party is a RPG Maker game originally.
One Shot is also an RPG Maker game.
Legend of Zelda Time's Menagerie was also an RPG Maker game that I was in.
Wait, you made that?
No, I didn't make it. I spoke in it. Voice acting.
Ooh.
Fancy. And now I'm in several other Zelda games and I just don't know what to think anymore. Oh, I know what to think. I hate this game!
You really should go back to thinking of something else.
Yeah, like these pits are like, they're placed exactly so if you miss the upper platforms, you'll land exactly in the pit.
Yeah, they are very strategically placed. So you all are not really connecting with the Gordo, huh?
I mean, it's not Home Alone 2 at least.
Why did you wish you were Home Alone?
You'd run that.
Did you change your
Home
mind
Alone
again?
has... Home Alone 2 was one of those games that I'd spend hours on as a kid, and I will never forgive for those hours of my life that I have lost.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I had this as a kid too.
I can still fall asleep and hear the
Oh, Xandra is following us! Xandra is following us! Somebody help!
Hi, Xandra!
Send help!
Mission accomplished, I can quit now.
No! No! We are playing Gordo106 for
Xandra,
20 more minutes with us! Don't you dare escape!
Yep. I mean, last week I was going to, during IP freely, play Mega Man Maker stuff. And someone said I should get Xandra to come on. I'm like, nope, I'd just be too starstruck.
Standing on the spiked boxes when you're not sure how long it's been since the last spike is scary as heck.
See, fortunately for you, I have no concept of shame. I'll just call people out. It's fine.
This feels very MS-DOS game, even more than it feels like a Lynx game or something.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I
god,
can see that.
it totally feels like it could be a bootleg Commander Keen.
You like the framer and stuff, because like the Lynx had hardware backgrounds and had hardware sprites, and had hardware scaling and rotation. And this doesn't feel like they really got that.
They probably didn't. They probably figured out how to draw sprites on the screen and just ran with that.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
I feel like very few
that was a terrible
all
idea.
use power of the console, and it's kind of sad they never really got to do.
I would bet a pretty good chunk of cash that this is just, if you got the code of it, it would be just horrifyingly jank. And they made it work anyway.
I mean, in the documentary I've been listening to about it, they were talking about this game and they were like, it was held together with code from various other games that they had made. This was a zero-effort project.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. There's a little bit of charm. It's a memorable game, if nothing else. And it had its own feel and its own sense of design, even if that sense was not going the correct direction most of the time.
It just occurs to me. This music, the way it doesn't fit. I wonder if this is like launcher music for their clip art programs.
Holy crap, I made it a dungeon that I was not thinking I was going to make it out of.
Actually, I want you to try to carry this guy over to the exit. If I get damage just enough, I want you to try triggering the overflow. I think it might be something around the exit and taking damage while you're beating the level.
I'm in game over, Joe. Can I say this game is making my fingers hurt?
I mean, that's legit. If it is.
Like, you
Let's say-
know, when you push a button down because it doesn't feel like it's working?
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
The D-pad has left an indent in my finger from trying to run.
Why are we running in the other
Wait for
direction?
it.
Okay, this one is running in the right direction.
That time I just yeeted right into the pit, like no excuses.
An ORPG CE game that was 2016.
Oh, come on.
Why? I mean, people like challenges. I mean,
I don't remember the program being hard to use particularly. It's pretty accessible to like my middle school self.
Damage.
yes, the game made an impression.
Ouch.
Alright, I'm
And
going to
didn't more
go
like
back
it.
to the start of World 2.
I really like the start screen of this game. It makes me feel like this is a bootleg Curious George game.
Didn't he wear a yellow hat?
No, the man wore the yellow hat. The man in the yellow hat was his owner. And this is where Curious George went when he was done with him.
Oh, did I only have 2 health? I forgot to know.
This is the sequel to Curious George.
That's horrifying and depressing.
Welcome to my creepy pasta. I mean, who would take the pound wouldn't take a monkey.
This is true.
And it is getting very dark in here, so let's just talk about Diablo.
Just completely apropos of nothing, that reminded me of I started a new job recently, and on my first day, one of my coworkers sends me a bunch of tools and stuff that we need, and he's just like, "You're gonna need this script," and he sends me the script, and it's named hailsatan.sh. And I'm just like, why?
Sometimes that's the only way you can get things to work.
Yeah, and that's what it is it's run this if the thing does not work no matter what you do.
That is
Well
just
placed, Giant
about-
Soul.
I will say that as much as I'm irritated about this game, it's because I'm an adult and I've played better games. But this is definitely a game that I would like rent repeatedly at Movie Gallery and get mad that I couldn't get past the second level.
I
Same
guess
here.
that's
That's
different. Like, I like it, but I'm not an adult. I am just a total
Okay.
brat that likes inflicting this stuff on people.
I'm an adult, which means I no longer get the state insurance to get my ADHD meds, and I'm too distracted.
And healed and
How
fed.
about that one?
How did it come out of the Hunters Convention to a fashion show?
This is a very strange building. I just trying to figure out how it's laid out. It's up there in weirdness with the time that I went to a furry convention that was hosting a bunch of high school volleyball tournament players at the same
How
time.
many people are piling up in here? Oh god, oh god, oh god!
I'm just imagining a furrycon / hunting convention now, and I need this video game.
I've gone to a couple of furry cons that were hosting, the hotel or the venue was hosting something else at the same time. There was one that was hosting an event at the same time called WeedCon. Is what it says on the thing. And then there was the one that was at a hotel at the same time as a teenage statewide volleyball meet.
Wait,
and
did anyone see what killed me there? Or my previous life?
no.
Just beautiful.
I was just running
I've
under
only
the
been
table,
to,
the
like,
pincushion
2
was above me!
And one of them was in a pub.
Oh, that's totally fun. Smoking
No,
beer.
it wasn't, because the fire health warning was like, no more than 50 people in this building at once. And there had to be at least 100
What are
at
these?
least. I couldn't breathe, and I got a great picture with the Ghostbusters car, though.
What is up with these enemies?
I have no idea, Karma.
They're happy to be here.
They're baffling
So-
us to me as well! Get it! I
They
get
were at
the
WeedCon.
game over. Damage!
Is
I
that
thought
what
it'd
the
beat the
cloud of
level.
smoke in the background is then?
Weed press.
Damage. Okay, I guess I'll use these 15 minutes to see if I can trigger the underfall health.
Valerie's just upset at me now because I lost the word for the echo one.
In human fashion.
That's the name of the company that was doing experiments on Gordo.
I didn't catch that.
It's a really good name someone should use as a fursuit maker, though, in human fashion.
I was gonna say a corporation in a cyberpunk game, but that is also really good.
Yes.
Or a fursuit maker in a cyberpunk game.
Captain Planet kind of thing.
Welcome to my Shadowrun camp.
God, there's so much crap everywhere.
Yeah, it gets very busy. Also, you killed a pincushion. I'm not sure how you did that.
All I had to do was just land and I would have been fine there.
That's it. Yeah, you have to land on the sign to finish the stage. If you go past it, it doesn't end the stage, and you can die like that.
As long as you like
You
actually
have to
stop
land
moving,
on the floor.
you can actually
what
land
killed
pretty
me.
far past the sign and be fine as long as you stop.
I will never stop.
Can't stop,
See
won't
about
stop.
that.
I've had enough. Let me stop.
Oh
So I
my.
think we have thoroughly come to the conclusion that I am not good at this game.
It's a very special kind of platformer. It's different.
I've seen 3 levels for the past hour. Just 3.
Only 48 minutes. Don't try to raise your timer.
I have 1 life left.
Yeah, I'm at the point where I'm dropping save states at the beginning of Worlds just to see more.
I
Not a
feel
bad
like
idea.
save states.
Oh my.
Oh, here we go. So this is where things get a little, not work safe, I guess. I'm kidding, but...
This
Show me
makes
those
the
legs,
second
game.
game that we've had with giant legs and high heels.
And I played that one.
Oh my god!
The pinball
That
game I
is
handed
true.
out-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
safe, and then I threw an apple, and then I wasn't safe.
You punched the ankle, and the ankle murdered you.
So is that Binding of Isaac's origin story?
Isaac?
Okay, I think
like Gavin's
I think
take
I
on this.
finally
This is
figured
a
out
level
the
somebody.
secret of the legs. You have to be holding right into them to grab, like holding a direction. You have to be trying to run past it. Like, let's see. Yeah, seems like that is consistent.
Why are there 3 legs? Okay, so I will remind you that this is a lab for experimenting with apparently mutagens.
I mean, it explains why the basement looks the way it does.
Uh-huh. We're not gonna worry about the fact that apparently the stompy lady has 3 legs. God, that is a phrase.
Is she the lady that from the delayed
What the
scene in
heck?
Total,
There's so
Total
many-
Recall?
Oh, we have to fight this.
Or
thing, don't
we have three ladies with giant legs.
Oh, okay, you found the elite hunters, Karma.
Holy crap, there's so many
I
of them!
saw that sprite! Holy shit!
This level is garbage because it's the only one of the only levels in the game that is backwards. You have to go left.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that after.
That enemy looks
Game over.
like a joke sprite that would be in I Want to Be the Guy.
Yeah, it does.
Why isn't it?
Why isn't Gordo and I Want to Be the Guy?
Oh no.
Why isn't there a Gordo106 fan game?
Because it's hard to program while drunk?
I mean, there's the Balmer Peak.
And there's also Diddy Kong Clash. You just have to change Diddy's sprite to Gordo. No one knows the difference.
That's a
except
bootleg, though,
except for Diddy suddenly shirtless.
I'm at the point where, like, my patience is so worn down that I'm just, like, charging through everything.
I'm at
And
the point
it's
where I'm
not
just
working.
listening to y'all and reading chat.
Yeah, that
While holding
unfortunately won't
rat.
get you very far in this game.
I wasn't getting far trying either.
Cleric, the quote about the 3 legs was, don't think about why the Stompy Lady has 3 legs.
Thanks.
This looks jank. You're in the right place for that.
Uh-huh. We've got Jank. We've got another game after this that is probably also Jank. I don't want to think about that.
Maybe you won't, but somebody else will.
I thought this was clip art, not DeviantArt.
I have been known to be a deviant, and this is a work of art.
I do like Gordo's purse though.
Yes, I often
Wait,
wonder
oh,
where he
bonus
got an
level!
awesome little
I got the bonus
shoulder bag.
level.
I think it's supposed to be a camera.
That could be. I've had people just say it's a giant safety pin, and I'm like, why?
Oh, he's reaching into it to get the apples. That's where the
Yeah.
apples are.
Yeah, it's a bag.
I'm gonna drop another state for this one because, oh god!
It doesn't look a safety pin though.
Great, I have the only quote in the quote bot now. Send help. Someone else say something ridiculous.
This is a good game.
I can't.
That is ridiculous.
How do you even deal?
Go across the top of the screen and I don't know.
But the top has the nets that get you.
I mean, okay, if you're dealing with like 4 giant hulked out hunters with automatic rifles, going across the top is just a net improvement.
Was that meant to be a pun?
Yes.
You'll notice I have stopped moving. If I could do a deadpan stare at the camera right now, I would.
Okay, so is it possible that the actual speedrun stretch is falling 2 pits into every level and hope that you get the bonus level? Like that's
No,
the
you
option?
still have to restart.
Damn it!
The speedrun strat is take a very specific route and damage boost through everything, but the route you take has you hit few enough things that you don't die. It's horrifying. Shoutouts to Jangle Storm for figuring that one out.
Okay,
I
4-1.
tried to speedrun the game, but I couldn't really make it work out.
4-1 has some pretty groovy music.
Yeah, so 4-1 is a pet shop, which has stamping machines for some reason. You're now no longer freeing lab animals, you're freeing puppies in a puppy mill.
Remember to have your pets spayed and pressed.
No!
Welcome to the puppy mill.
No!
Puppy farm. Age Pet Emporium. At least they let the puppies be adopted. I hope.
So, the owner of the pet shop is Cruella de Vil.
Entirely possible.
Okay, let's see if I can trigger this.
Unfortunately, you can't take the puppy exit, those are only for puppies.
Well,
It is a doggy door.
dog catcher looks very effective. I'm assuming this is the dog catcher.
Yeah.
Damn it! I'm not sure if I got it.
Now, that's the butterfly catcher.
You know, that is probably more what that person is suited to do.
I have 1 health.
Hey, the only HP that matters is the last one.
Until you need to tank a hit.
Yeah.
No!
I'm just trying to get the health glitch.
A dog's laugh.
I'm just gonna load back
no.
for one. We're
Speaking
getting
of
pretty close
things
to out of
about
time
bad
here,
dogs.
so...
Yeah. The funny
I
thing
will
about
be the
this,
shameless save stater.
I believe if you make contact with the piston of the stamping machine, it'll still kill you. It makes no sense.
Static electricity.
Maybe.
That's a game that needs to be given out on Kuso. I mean,
You know what? I'm gonna
Jank
go in the
too.
pit again to see if I get the bonus.
The dog's laugh. Ooh. Why does everyone in this game walk like a zombie?
Everyone is a zombie.
After so many experiments, it's a zombie life for everyone.
Someone needs to make just a fake screenshot of this game
I can't
and
get
put GLaDOS in the background.
Oh,
That's
right,
what this
is
game
the
needs
convention.
more of. Deadly neurotoxins.
Oh fuck, it's getting on the guy on the front.
There was a... Why did that... Nope.
Why indeed?
Yeah, asking that for this game is kind of just a, why are you asking?
It's like,
So-
you're here for, this is what you signed up for.
I got 0 health! I got 0
The
health!
scientists that walk in a pack, is that what happened to the kids
Oh, did
next
you get
door
the
when they
underclaw?
grown up?
I only know that I got 0 health.
You have negative health. You got the underflow. Okay, you got the underflow. and
That's
didn't
not how I
instantly die
expected it to
a-
happen. I just took a normal hit and was still alive, but it's 0 health on the thing. I probably
You
will die
have
on the
negative
next
health
hit.
on the post-stage count up, though. Do you have 0 or did you underflow?
I think I only have 0. I'll probably die on the dog over there. Let me see. Yep. It was like, I bet it was just
0.
rounding.
Weird.
Is the health percentile? Of course it is. That is the kind of game where it'd be like 0.5% health.
I wonder if it's like a specific amount of health you have or take a specific amount of damage to underflow. Like, that happens in a week of Garfield. You have 1 health left, and you pick up the big letter with Peacock's 2 health, and it'll underflow the health to max.
Yeah. I still hold the theory that a week of Garfield is way too much Garfield.
And by following the pitch, I can announce that it's time.
So how much did you all love that game?
I'm still on level 1-3.
I've played worse.
It was 106% jank.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Agree.
My hands have bruises.
Gordo106 on my screen right now perfectly summarizes my mood with this game.
Excellent.
Oh my god! When I've seen Jago Storm like play this game. I've seen the Edge case showcase, but holy crap! I didn't believe how bad this game controls. I didn't believe the hitbox. I didn't believe the difficulty of this game. Holy crap!
Yeah,
I am flabbergasted.
Even trying to like land precisely on platforms is tough because you try to turn around a little bit, you like way overshoot things. It doesn't quite work.
And the run having its weird double tap weirdness. Don't know how to describe that. Messes up many jumps.
Yeah, you'll get it wrong until you really understand how it works in the really weird, unintuitive way.
It's bad.
I think that's a good final word on this.
GG, easy.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
it was
goodness.
interesting getting to be able to experience that myself.
This is one I
glad you-
hadn't forced you to try, so...
Yeah, I see Chop already getting ahead of myself and posting the link to Discord in chat. If you'd like to play games with us or send us games to play, please join our Discord and become a Jank scientist.
We have
Also
another
follow-
game tonight, though.
Huh?
We have another game tonight, though. We're not done, right?
Yeah, but Chop is just dumping every link on the chat. I need to say something.
Fair enough.
Did I miss something?
Anyway, for now it's just the invite to be a Jank scientist. We're now gonna take about a 10-minute break or something and be setting up for the next game, which I actually don't know what it is. And I hope the lab rats also haven't loaded the chat, so you can keep a
Nope.
surprise for the next for the next experience. Okay, see you guys in a bit.